Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase. It's a box. It means we are going to open it up. I'm just going to start doing that right now with my trusty box cutter. This package came from Japan. Typically when I get something from Japan, that means it came from Japan Booster. They are a Lamley sponsor. They send me the brand new Tomica Limited Vintage every month, and that is what we are looking at. I have been told by the folks at Japan Booster that there are some other goodies in here as well. We're going to have a look at all of them. This is one of the, I'd say best batches Tomica Limited Vintage has ever released. This is the September 2018 release. And we are going to have a look. First off, let's get all of this stuff out of here. You can already get a sense, of the packaging from Japan Booster. I've always said that. They package everything well. There's a link down below to their store if you're interested in any of this stuff. We're just going to keep getting out. This is what I'm really, really excited about. Here's one of the things they told me that was in there, or they said was to be a little surprise, and so is this. We're going to have to do a feature on this one as well, but let's keep moving that. And then this thing. So, you probably know what a lot of it is, but we are going to go ahead and walk right through it. But first we need to get rid of all this bubble wrap. So let's do it. Wow, that is a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and go through the stuff that I'll do a separate video on. This is highly significant because Tomica, I don't know how they did it, like sub-licensed Ferrari from the Chinese company. The name escapes me right now. And are able to do some Ferrari diecast models for their basic range. This is the LaFerrari. And for their premium range, the Tomica Premium right there, this is the Ferrari Testarossa. I think we've seen some many pictures of these, and then they also were able to do this fantastic Ferrari dealership set. So I'm going to do, this is my promise to you, I'm going to do a Ferrari Tomica showcase here on the channel with these models and with this set. They're all available at Japan Booster right now, so definitely worth it. But this is what I'm going to focus on today, is the new Tomica Limited Vintage. Now, first off, this September batch, like I said, is loaded. Let's start with this. This is the latest Tomica Rama. Tomica Rama are, as it sounds, a Tomica diorama. You are very familiar with this setup if you are familiar with the Lamley YouTube channel. I have used this Bayside Motors car dealership, used car dealership, as the background for my videos for, a couple years now. And you always ask, where did I get it? Well, that's where I got it from. It is a Tomica Rama, and this is the latest one. These are way popular. This particular set sells for hundreds of dollars now, and there's a police set and some others that I actually have never opened, and I have them in my closet, and one of these days I need to do that. But this is a new one. I'm going to do a separate video on the Tomica Ramas. I'm going to include this. I may make this my background for a while. A lot of you are getting this one, so I might keep the background I have or just switch it up with something different. But yes, this is the latest Tomica Rama. Definitely worth it, especially they're not cheap. It's about $90 plus shipping, actually free shipping from Japan Booster. But it's worth it because the price of these goes way up. So we're going to focus now on these 5 models from the batch. Most significant to me are these two. Brand new casting, and what a cool one at that. It is the, almost dropped it like I always do, LV194, LVN194, that means Neo. It's usually the newer cars. I'm going to say this wrong, fini, but Mazda RX-7 Type R. There are 2 colors. We're going to see 2 more, I think a 3rd color next month, and then 2 more later on. They've gone with this fini theme. Again, I might be saying this wrong. 2 more Skylines. This is the C. This is the 3rd version of this particular casting. You look, LVN111C. That means C is obviously the 3rd. This is the Nissan Skyline 2000 GT-EX, this Nissan Skyline Japan. They've done quite a few, so there is that model as well. So we're going to open all these up, take a look at the Skyline, take a look at the RX-7s, And then another Mazda 787B. I have the two over there. We'll showcase them together. This is what it looks like packaged. You've got the information here, but this is the third 787B from Tomica Limited Vintage. Okay, let's do some opening. There you go. 5 models, and they are absolutely beautiful. All right, where do we start? Okay, we are going to start with, of course, the Mazda RX-7. Like I said, I think this is the most significant model of this particular batch. We have 2 colors, one yellow, one silver. All the detail is there that you are become used to with Tomica Limited Vintage. What I love is that they have, like, so you can see, obviously the wheels are specific to this particular model. The tires, it sits the way an RX-7, a stock RX-7 is supposed to sit. And you can see, I mean, it's just, I'm just looking at this for the first time, just like you guys. They will sit because Tomica Limited Vintage is more focused on stock versions. You're going to find that while you see a lot of modified RX-7s more lowered, this one actually sits at its proper height. Okay, here is the silver one. Kind of a metal flake silver. Stock colors, just like they do stock model, or stock, everything else stock stance and everything. So this is a stock color. You can tell me which one you like the best, but I love that Tomica Limited Vintage is now going into this era. If they do more of these 90s and early 2000s cars, oh boy, just think about the possibilities there. I think there's going to be some really cool stuff. They've done some Supras. Obviously, they're doing the RX-7 now. Who knows what will come next? All right, and keeping with this fini theme, again, I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Now, I can't read the writing on the box, so I know the significance of the orange and green one, and obviously of the number 18. The orange and green one being the most famous because it won Le Mans. But then you have the white version, which you've seen that deco before. This particular one I'm not too familiar with. So those of you who are, you can definitely leave that in the comments and help us understand this particular deco. This might have been an early version of the 787B, but I love it in white and green. Again, all that detail is there. You can remove the rear portion and the front so you can see the engine and all the other pieces. This is what they've been doing with a lot of those race cars like the Super Silhouettes, allowing you to see what some of the detail, at least below, which is amazing in 164. So 3 versions of the 787B. We're going to get a whole lot of RX-7s. And just to finish things off, a couple more Skyline Japans. They've released quite a few of these. Again, when you look at these and how the headlights, the taillights, there are always differences. Sometimes they're square in the back, sometimes they're round headlights. And that's what Tomica Limited Vintage is doing here. This particular bronze is the letter C, right? So it's the 3rd version of this particular version of the Japan Skyline. And then this one from the Seibu Keisatsu. I believe that's what it is. With a different wheel. And if you notice, like, this one has round headlights versus the square on that tan color. And the headlights are different on the back as well. Love collecting these Skylines, so I'm going to have to put all of those together for a blog post on lamleygroup.com. But this is the latest Tomica Limited Vintage. Available right now at Japan Booster. Thanks to them for sending these. I would say those RX-7s are must-haves. If you're into any of that era of cars, and a lot of people our age are, this RX-7 is quite the model. Actually looks better in person than even the pictures from Tomica. So get those for sure. I think the 787B is definitely worth it in terms of legendary cars. But the RX-7, that is the highlight here. Quite the batch. I am going to follow up by doing the Ferrari version. I've got the Ferrari video. I've got the Tomica Rama to open. And then I even have some more Tomica Limited Vintage, these special Hong Kong editions of the Honda Civic, which I have to feature as well. I'll get to that. So tons to do. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thanks, everybody. Bye.